Well, hey there folks, it's Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike and I do bees. Welcome back to Southeast Louisiana. Not a whole lot to talk about today. Gotta start assessments. Have not assessed all the colonies yet. Time to start. It is February 24th. It is 83 degrees on my truck thermometer. It is humid, it's breezy, it's somewhat overcast and cloudy, rain off and on. But it is time to get going through these things. So, not a lot to really say, nothing more than we're going to do some inspections and I'll tell you what we're going to look for here in just a minute, but really got to get moving. So, like I was saying, it's just going to be some assessment. We have not done any assessments, you and I, outside of rotating I think 4 colonies. I think that's all we did. So need to go through. We know we have some that we saw that have honey all on the top, loaded. I got one out here that's bearding and it's full of honey in the top. It's super heavy, so I'm sure there's just no room, or maybe they're full and ready to swarm. So usually don't have swarms this early, but I do every now and then from year to year have a colony that may have cells already in it in the end of February, so have seen it before. So we're going to take a look at all of them and we're going to assess whether they're queen ripe and what their strength and population is, what the configuration of the colony is, so that they're set to move up into nice empty frames. We'll probably thin out the honey and stack in some empty frames. I'm going to bring some drawn and undrawn, and we'll put frames in the top, open them up, maybe swap some frames with other colonies that have no honey in the top. So, but that's not the case with most all my colonies. Everybody's got honey. So this one here, it's not bearding today as bad, but a lot of bees in there and not any room in the top box. I won't look at this one. We know this one right here is weak. We reversed that one. I won't even look at the boxes I reversed, which is 1, 2, 3. I did 4 of them. But we'll reconfigure these that have honey in the top. We'll take a look at strength. We'll make sure we have no queen cells, and we'll assess when we can split. So that's it, folks. Real simple. So let's get busy and get some inspections started. Not gonna be able to do all of them this evening. Just got off work. Only have about an hour and a half, 2 hours at the most. So we'll jump on it, get as far as we can, and then we'll pick it up the next day and the next and the next till we get them all done. Alright guys, the first one we'll look at is this one that's kind of bearding. We don't want to look at the one you're sitting on top of because, well, we've been in that one and it's weak. Let's see what we got. They're all up top. I think they're guarding the top entrance. Now, I see a lot of bees in the top. And I'm thinking this thing had honey in the top, yet I see a lot of bees. So, oh gosh, it's heavy. Good googly moo, it's heavy. Oh yeah, look at the drone brood going in, guys. Let's take a look. Let's see. Look there. There's a mite right there. Not a bunch, but I saw 2 or 3. It's like a good full box. I see brood down in there, and we've got this box needs to be split. This might be a good box to make for my cloak board. Oh, we see cups. Y'all see the cups? A couple cups, nothing major, but on that one frame when they're all together in that one zone like that, that's always telltale. So let's clean it off and let's look at his bottom. Got a couple cups on that top we need to look at. I was asked to explain my management as far as slowing them down. Well, that's just simply to not feed them up and supplement them super heavy in the fall unless they absolutely just need stores, and not to feed them in the spring. That's my strategy. There's enough to keep them building at the pace I need them to build at. Pollen on the outside already. Stores. Yeah, this is a box of bees, folks, so we're gonna check, make sure we don't have swarm cells. I've seen cups, but we're going to have to do something with this box quick. Another frame full of pollen. We've got the resources. I'm telling you, we have the resources coming in at this point. Well, I got to get it. Yeah, it's full. It is slam full of eggs and larvae. Larvae everywhere. Yep, full. This thing's going to explode. This could be the cloakboard box. Shake some more bees in it. Let's see what's on top. Oh yeah, they've already had an emergence and they're filling it with a little bit of nectar. See some larvae stuffed in between. Wow. Wow, full of larvae. Full of larvae. This thing is packed. I mean, they're about ready. They're making preparations with those drones. Look at that. And then the nectar, you see? So I'm backfilling a brood nest already, and it is February 24th. So there's the issue down here with why I don't feed. If I were putting feed on these things to build them, well, I'd build them all right. I'd be in a world of hurt in about a week and a half. Oh, look at the drone brood going in there. This is an old wax foundation frame, wire wax. So they build them some drone brood. Of course, there's nectar. So the top has got to be loaded. Yeah, backfilling the brood nest with nectar. That is definitely preparation. With the drones on here and seeing this, they're preparing to swarm soon. When they start doing that, you could be in trouble. And I'm telling you, it's February 24th. There's not a major flow of any sort on, and they're backfilling. So that's an issue. I can give them space. I'm not going to do it today. All right, this is more of a honey frame with. Yeah, it's just honey. Honey and pollen. The resources are here. The nutrition is out there. They swarm when the nutrition starts building up. Man, when I felt this box, I just thought it was just top heavy with honey. It's top heavy with bees. Wow, it's full of honey. That's a honey frame. And pollen. So, our work is done in the bottom. Let's take a look at the top. And doing pretty good for having been the first time open. Whoa, man. That's heavy. Bottom line is they're backfilling. When they're backfilling, it ain't long. It ain't long at all, folks. Alrighty. What we're going to do is give them some space if they need it. Yes, it's all fresh nectar. They don't need all this honey. Another frame of honey. This one's definitely coming out. Another one full of honey. Definitely going to give them some drawn comb. There's a lot of bees in this box. They don't need all this. Sorry, bees. That's 2 frames on either side. You see they're backfilling, so with the stores they have left. Go on. Alright, this one looks like she might be putting something in. Yep, here we are. There's the queen right there. She's a 2021 queen. So did y'all see her? I don't know if I'm always too quick moving her. But she's up here. Wow, the next frame is loaded. Alright, so okay guys, I just put in I gave them 3 drawn empty combs. They can polish them up. She's in the top. Let's see if they get in there. I'll slow them down just a bit. This is one that's ready to roll. So we're going to get them put back together. The plan for this, set it up to be for a cloak board. What I'll have to do is take her, get her down in the bottom. I'll reverse the boxes and bring the youngest brood back up to the top. With a few of these frames that are full of brood, and what we'll do with that is then put that cloak board in, because I'd like to try and get some queens grafted. The problem with cloak board, it takes you a few days to get it set up and ready. So I'm gonna have to probably do that tomorrow after work. I'll take you along if we do that. If I don't get the cloak board method done, or I realize I'm just not gonna have time as far as any grafts, then what I'll have to do is split it. And it'll have to be a walkaway split because I don't have any cells yet. I might can get some, but I haven't called the guy. And I haven't grafted any. So, we'll see. All right, this is one that we know is top heavy. We're gonna go through it. So let's go, let's go, let's go. The first assessment of the year always goes slow. I'm always slow with them. All right, we're good there. This one I know is just full of honey in the top. All right, guys, let's take a look. Let's see what's in here. I suspect mostly honey, the way it weighs, and knowing that there's a lot of brood in the bottom. Might be brood up top too. We'll see. Kind of just how they do it. Let's see how they did. Let's go through and see how they're doing after the winter. All right, there's some where they ate out and filled it, backfilled with nectar. Completely backfilled with nectar. What I'm gonna do with some of these, I don't save a bunch of the honey and freeze it. I'll freeze 10 or 12 frames, but most of it's gonna end up getting fed back to them. So we don't need that one. We'll keep this one. We gotta leave them some, but as you see, there is nectar coming in. So we've got to give her a place to put brood. It's all honey. Let's hope we get into some brood. I know they had eaten some of their honey out of here. Let's see. Oh, it's heavy. Nah, that's their pollen frames. That's good. We'll move it toward the outside. Yeah, that's all pollen. That's good. That can be the edge. Now's when we'll fill in with some empty frames. Fortunately, the only ones I got came out of the freezer. That could be a little difficult for them. Let's make sure we don't have a queen filling up those little patches that are open. Yeah. This colony don't look bad. It's just full of honey, and at this point in time, we don't need that. We will cause them to swarm. Full of honey. Look. Just double checking for the queen, but she shouldn't. It's all being filled with nectar. So we're going to give them at least a few frames in the middle. I'm going to give her 4 frames. Yeah. This one will go 2. There we go. Not the prettiest of frames. Somewhat old, but I'm going to give her somewhere to lay some eggs. And then they can use the sides for stores. I got a colony, that weak one, I'll put some honey in it. Let's give them some frames to start cleaning for her. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's give them 5. Let's give them 5. That gives them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. They don't need 6 frames of honey plus what's in the bottom. They don't need that. So let's give her this. So I'm going to take the top off, guys. That gives them plenty of frames to work with. I want to flip the bottom up just to be sure there's no swarm cells on the bottom. This is still pretty heavy. But now they've got empty space. Pretty light. There we go, clean. So we've given her space up top and bottom. The first inspections of the year. Chaos. Trying to get back used to everything. Them and me. Remember, it's a bit traumatic for them too. And then you got the colony next door with no space. There's the pollen frame, the edge of the nest. This is a narrow nest, so we're going to give them this empty frame. We're going to move it out a bit. Big drone brood. This is old cutout comb. Looking for her. And then some regular brood. So she's, you know, they're putting drones in now. That's that time of year. It's the right time of year. There's drone mixed with worker brood and beetles. This is an old cutout comb. That's why they formed it how they wanted. It came from a, I have to see which one this was. Let's see what we got here. Oh yeah. Going to town. There's a little bit of pollen on this frame. Lots of brood. Let's see if we see her. It's always fun to see the queen. Look in there, and I see eggs. It's not a huge colony. I see a solid frame of brood next to this one. We've bought some time in this colony. It's a pretty patch of brood, and there's outer rings of larvae and such. Wow, I'm surprised we haven't seen that. Look at that, that is packed with larvae. She is laying it up. So we've given her room. Let's put this back together. This one I'm not sweating any kind of swarming action. We went ahead and opened that nest up some. That's what I want. I'm gonna check this one out. This was another one that was kind of top heavy. Needing space. Ooh. All these colonies are in direct sunlight. It's funny to watch the beetles in one next door to the other one where there's none. It's just, those beetles are just, you can't read them. They're hard to read. Alright, no, maybe this got a lot of empty frame. Right back to a little nectar. Let's see. Alright, bees. Coming in. I got everybody stirred up next door to you. I didn't mean to, but you know. Oh yeah, it's empty. No, shoot. There's a pollen frame. Can't believe I didn't see the queen in the one next door. I'm bothered by that. It's so small. Alright, there's a fine patch of larvae. No, I did not rotate this one. I better check the bottom, double check it. Could have swore this one was top heavy. There's a reason I didn't rotate it. I know I opened it. Now, breaking the brood nest at this point in time isn't the end of the world. We're going to have a few cool evenings, but nothing major. Get in the 40s and maybe even the 30s, and then it's going to warm up in the days, so we're all right. Yeah, they're... Shoot, if anything, this will be one we split soon enough. Let this brood emerge, and this will be a splitter. So that's going down to the bottom of the frame. I suspect... Why did I not rotate this one? I don't know. This one looks good. It's got a normal brood nest right in the middle. Maybe that's why I didn't split it. See the pollen bow, like a rainbow pollen, brood, honey. Ooh, that's all eggs. There she is. I figured I was just going to say she's probably on this frame. Is there all eggs? There she is. Go back on there. Come on back there, girl. Let's let her get back. Don't get on the bottom. My goodness. Isn't she pretty? Isn't it cool to see that? To me, that's just, I don't know. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. That is good stuff. Let's put her back. I like to be real careful with her. Stick her back in there nice and easy. Slide this up against it real easy. There we go. I like to get that done quick. Don't hurt my queen. So, why did I not rotate this one? Take a look. Maybe y'all remember. What did we do? This is heavy. Oh, but it's not. It's full of bees. Maybe that's why. So I think the brood nest is already centered up in this thing, which is a good configuration for spring for us. That buys me 2 to 3 weeks by the time that brood emerges. Why did we not rotate this? Let's find out. We got pollen? Maybe I need to rotate it. Let's see. What we got? Let's see if we got eggs in here. What we got? I'm lost, guys. I don't know why. That's a solid pollen frame. Moving that's the outside. That's wide open. Let's double check our queen hadn't been in here. I think we need to rotate it. Why did I not do it the other day? That's the question. Oh, I know why. Look. Look, look. This is why. Look. Already emerged. Look. That's why. That's why. Alright, so that is a good wide nest. We're going to pop that pollen frame a little bit further to the outside. In other words, I'm going to flip it. I'm going to put the empty frame toward the middle, pollen on the outside. And that honey frame can go in here. I'm pleased with that. How about you guys? Y'all pleased with that? I think that's good. They're not backfilling like the other one. Different genetics, maybe? I think so. This one's weak going in. I think it's strengthened up. It strengthened up at one time, and then it had some issues. I don't know if it swarmed. I can't remember. But I don't remember being strong going into winter. That's what I don't remember. So that's what we're going to find out. Why didn't I? It's pretty heavy in the top too. Let's see. Alrighty, what you guys got for me tonight? Come on, show me. I see what you got. Nectar. Nectar. That's what they got. Well, that's not nectar. That's promising. Oh, now there's some more nectar going in. That's a... Yeah, there's larvae in there. Eggs. So she's up in here laying. Well, we want to see what the bottom looks like. Let's go a frame or two more in. I know she's here. We see eggs. Let's pull a few. We'll look at the bottom. That's slam full. See how they say that in the South. Slam full. Full of larvae. These bees are exploding. Yeah, brand new bee. The little light bee right there. Brand new bee. So what we're going to do is check that bottom. See if she's filling both boxes. And there, my friends, is why I like to slow them down. You see what I'm dealing with? There she is. There she is. And there's an empty frame next to her. I'm gonna pull it real quick. She's on the run. She just flipped over to the other side on me. I'm gonna throw an old comb in here. Let them clean that out and give her more space up top. She's got 3 honeys on the side already. Pollen was in the middle. All right, let's look in the bottom. There's no queen cups. Let's see what she's doing at the bottom. Maybe she needs to be rotated. That might solve the whole space issue right there. I just don't remember this colony being so strong going into winter. It surprises me, so many bees, so I'm thinking this has got to be empty. But I see brood down there. She's already been down. No, there's honey. There's quite a few bees. Not a lot down here. There's our pollen and nectar. Not a lot of bees though. Gotta see some brood though. Yeah, the nest is down here too. There's pollen. There's some brood. There we go. More pollen. Think they're not ready to do something? More brood. She's in both boxes. Lots of larvae. She's been down here laying. Look at that. It's all larvae. It's funny, the bottom is all pollen on these. I'm gonna put that on. So she's got her nest between the boxes. She's got a couple weeks worth of emergence and it'll be ready to roll for splits. So that'll put us mid-March. Well folks, I suspect that's all you can take. Because that's just all I can do right now. It's almost dark. I think I've looked through that one, it's reversed. I might look through a couple singles. I'm just doing a few at a time so that by the time the weekend rolls in, I'll have most of them done. I can go into town and do those. I've got 10 in town. I've got 3 up north. I got to move down here. That'll get me back down to 2 yards and a little more manageable. But what we're seeing is a lot of growth, a lot of brood, a lot of bees. We got them stirred up right now. I cleared out some tops and manipulated a few frames, and that's all we really did. Taking that one big colony, probably gonna try and make that into the cloakboard colony. We'll see. Not sure if I'm gonna be able to graft this weekend or not. We're gonna see. But the goal is to begin making my own queens. But if not, I do have a source for some really good queen cells for $5 to $8 a piece, depending on what he's asking that day. But we'll see. This is a colony that was hungry. Oh, they're already putting weight in. Caught a few. Just a few colonies at a time, folks. There's a little bit of food in there. Oh yeah, that's heavy with honey. That's full of honey. Yeah, this is full of honey. Wow. It's full of nectar too. This is the pollen frame. This needs to go outside. That's a pollen frame. I like managing these singles out of winter because they just stack and make honey. Look at that. There she is right there. Y'all see her? Put her back in here. She's got a nice little pattern. So she's laying up the brood. We see that. Let's get this in here so we can protect her. Slide this nest. Slide this nest. Yeah. Yep, there's a brood frame. She's good to go. She's laying. They're small. They'll grow. We got time. Yeah. I tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that I need to get through these things and start really making notes on what I'm going to do, because it's going to be time to split a few of these in a week or so, and in 2 to 3 weeks split the rest. It's going to be a lot of colonies, but hey, we're looking okay. I think we're looking good. Well, ooh, there you go, guys. Back to normal. Old Mike sweating. Y'all know that from the summers. It's going to get worse, but it's beautiful right now. Wow, it's pretty out. I bet it's in the 70s. Gorgeous evening. Got 6 colonies to look through. It's always the first assessments when you get out there with your plan in your mind. For me, it always seems like I get all slowed down and bogged down and forget this and didn't have that, you know. Hey, it's always like that the first of the go. So what do you guys think? You know, you asked me why I want to slow bees down, why I don't want to feed. There you go right there. They're moving. I've done nothing. It's February 24th. I've done nothing. You see the nectar going in. You see the growth. You see the brood. Why in the world am I going to feed mine as a hobbyist? Simply trying to get, I got to get all the way to May. Now I will split, of course, but then those splits will grow up and I'll be performing swarm control measures in April to keep them from going. So that's why I don't feed. I'm not an anti-feed guy at all. And there are certain times when if we don't have a privet flow, I'll feed some of the small ones. But I do like growing out of singles, but I can't run singles exclusively with such a long season. Anyway, guys, that's gonna be it. We'll get on back through them. This is the kind of thing I'm gonna do, just kind of go a little at a time. I don't want to kill myself out here. I've got time. One is about to go, but we'll remedy that here real quick. Again, I'd like to get a cloak board on that and start to try to make a few queen cells in there for my splits coming up. There's drones brood going in. There's drones walking on the frames of a couple of them. So that's seen the other day, so we'll be fine. All right, guys. Well, shoot, man. That's a long 6 colonies, but we'll go through some more. I appreciate everybody watching. I really do. I really appreciate y'all's support, and I do hope you enjoyed this video. First of the spring. I know you guys up north do, because y'all still got a month or so, but hey, like I said before, it's our time. Somebody told me that was a quote from the Goonies, and I got back to thinking, you're right. There's a quote from the Goonies. It's our time. It's our time down here. Well, look, guys, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, if you don't mind, of course. And don't forget to share this video with friends, family, or anybody that just enjoys watching bees. It's Barry's Best Honey. I'm Mike, and I do bees how I do my bees, not how to tell you how to do your bees. Y'all have a wonderful evening, and may God bless you. We'll see y'all later.